What is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? Guys, this gamble this week was absolutely hype. Um, Not to mention that we are seeing just what type of sadistic type of woman the president truly is and how good she looks while doing it. I mean, how evil she is. Dang her. Um, This week is pretty much what I wanted to know, in the glimpse of how serious does this woman take her dealing, and how far off was, everybody that's been around her. They may have different images of her, but for some reason, once you really see your idols in person, they might not turn out to be just what you expected, including when they let just kind of like everything fly in the sense. So, really interested to see what you guys are thinking about that. Not to mention, um, there's a lot going on with how this announcement happens, and instead of anything popping off, we get um, an interruption that leads into the most craziest gamble probably to date because they're talking about getting rid of memories and stuff like that. So I'm pretty interested in the overall grand scheme of just like where this challenge can end up, because it doesn't seem like they're holding back at all with the thought process of this. So I really, really want to see if they're gonna let them um, go full on with how, you know, pretty much the president wants to let her good close by buddy that's been around. I guess you can't even call her a buddy. She just uses everybody the same. She kind of just sees everybody as a fish in her tank. So she was just somebody that was going to sooner or later be eaten by a bigger fish or be eaten by her if she ever crossed that line or needed to do so. So it's kind of this weird um, initiation in a sense. Like, you've been up to at the top with me now. If you keep going against my ideals, like she says, every decision you make, president, is not a mistake, but yet her decision was to leave this girl alone and let her go as nuts as she wants. But here she is going against that, hence, going against exactly what she said the president could never do wrong, which is, make the wrong mistakes or whatever, or so be it. It just kind of was a foreshadowing in my opinion, where you never know um, what a main character can do or like a main villain can do until something like this kind of pops off, and I think we're finally getting to see just what that looks like. And in the case of the girl, our main character and what she can do, she's the one who put it into this type of dire situation for the vice president, like she put her in a situation where instead of just dying, interesting enough, I think she meant with our life, she's pretty much saying that everything she owns and everything she's going to own and everything she loves, she would, get rid of that as her life type of deal. But she was trying to say, she's like, I'll have to admire you from afar and all this stuff. And the president's like, nah, chick, like, that's not how I saw how this game worked. Like, you must have missed the rules that I was setting forward. If you lose, you're gonna die, and the best way to get rid of memories and to never, like, pretty much think of you and you be a stranger is if you're a corpse or something along those lines. So this president is absolutely nutty, and they seem like the perfect couple for each other, our main characters. So it's really nice to see that called back to the main song and just how it all kind of plays a bigger role of, we have these three characters that kind of can control the whole entire scenery and just everything around them so quickly that if you aren't ready to move at their speed, you'll pretty much end up getting in the way or lose your life in the process. And that's pretty much what we're seeing in this week's episode very clearly. But with all that being said, um, like I was saying about the president, I honestly can't get a read on her, and I think that's what the author of the story and how good Netflix is portraying this part of the story is doing it right now. Because if you ask me, I would think that she's kind of bored of, the people around her, and it's probably just getting dull if you know how everything's going to end up practically. So I think that's one of the things I can see in her eyes, but at the same time, it's so hard to tell in my opinion because she's just such a. The president seems like such a wild card now. Like I could see her giving the same advantage to both of them just to see the game end in a enjoyable manner, which she kind of did once she was trying to give Unico, our gambler waifu, pretty much a tip on, hey, that door has no ladder outside, it has no way of you getting down. Don't do it. Like it seems like a friendly or like, she's giving her tips and stuff even though she's supposed to be the enemy or she's supposed to be rooting for the other team. She just doesn't give off that vibe that she really cares about anybody but her own entertainment of what she's watching right now. So, um, really interested in her character. I can't wait to see if I'm right about just how much she does not care about anybody and pretty much see her throw off any baggage she has or anything that gets in her way or seemingly is messing up her enjoyment, and she'll just cut it off very, very quickly. I'm dropping this video at like 2 something right now, my time, 3 o'clock right now, my time. But I do have another video I want to get out, and I just wanted to do this one quickly because really it was just a kind of a recap on who moved up in the ranks and who's in the top 10. We even have our OG from the beginning of the show and at bottom 10. So that's pretty cool that they dragged them along for the ride. Everybody lost so many votes from their prior games to the up to this point that it just completely changed the standings dramatically. Um, so yeah, I'm about to drop Dragon Ball Heroes pretty soon here, and I wanted to do that because around a good amount of time I'm gonna take a good nap and then wake up and get 2 more videos out. So it's gonna be a very jam-packed day, but I don't expect to make my next video very long either. So thank you guys so much for the support. I am the Anime J, and I appreciate you guys joining me. I hope you guys subscribe, drop a like, let me know if you guys are enjoying the content, and anything else you want to talk about in the comments, anything hype you want to talk about, hit me up at any time. I have links in the description to multiple places you can reach ya, boy. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Alright, later, my anime people.